strange new phenomenon settled in on the young cast. The seasoned veterans noted their younger cohorts striking cool new poses and exhibiting a new awareness of the opposite sex. Yes, the young cast members had become teenagers.
You noticed subtle little shifts in interests and
attitudes and different ways of groupings, and then suddenly girls. The I hate girls, they always scream when you pull their hair, has suddenly been changed, the old hair gel's going in. And a lot more leaning on things in that very bored way, which I wish I could do, but I haven't been able to do since about 1964.
They're all shooting up, and their voices have got deeper, I think. Deeper, certainly deeper than mine, I think. But it's wonderful, really.
I see them, their interest in music, their interest in the opposite sex, their interest in culture and art, in friends, in how they communicate with people. They communicate with us, with me, for example, as an equal.
Those changes can be seen on screen as well. Harry, Ron, and Hermione experience their own teen drama, particularly as they discover the opposite sex. This takes center stage with the Yule Ball.
The Yule Ball is first and foremost a dance.
The Yule Ball is sort of centerpiece of the film. It's when the various schools come together to dance and celebrate Christmas.
The Yule Ball is fast approaching, and Harry doesn't have a date.
Why do they have to travel in packs? How are you supposed to get one on their own to ask them?
In fact, given the choice between asking a girl to the Yule Ball and battling a Hungarian horntail, a second round with the fire-breathing dragon doesn't seem like such a hardship.
All these really cold looks from it, from all the girls, is just so reminiscent of real life. It's the truest scene we've had in the film so far. What annoys me about a lot of heroes in films is the way they do always endlessly get the girl. And I spend no time getting the girl. It just happens. Whereas in the film, Harry spends most of the film trying to get the girl.
Harry!
That's what's so great about him. He's not an archetypal hero.
For the first time, the opposite sex comes across his radar, and it's not easy. It never is easy, never will be easy. But this is their first experience of it.
this is mad. At this rate, we'll be the only ones in our year without dates. Oh.
We find it really hard to find a date, and it takes us ages. And it's sort of getting a bit embarrassing because everyone else is getting dates, even like Neville, he's got a date. So this sort of puts us down a bit.
With girls giggling and shrieking in the corridors, everyone seems obsessed by the Yule Ball. Even Hermione seems on edge.
Wait, Hermione? You're a girl.
You're well spotted.
Come with one of us.
Believe it or not, someone's asked me.
Guardian.
Gone are the days when Ron could discount Hermione out of hand as a bossy know-it-all.
You're going to take someone's eye out.
We find out that Hermione has actually been asked to the ball by Victor Crumb, much to the disappointment and ire of Ron Weasley, who clearly has a bit of a crush on Hermione.
And at the beginning of films, you sort of sense like a sort of relationship between them two. And I guess he's sort of jealous of her because he's going out with like his favourite sort of sports star, Crumb.
She looks beautiful.
The atmosphere, when they enter, changes completely. She's completely transformed. Well, she's pretty already.
Emma was never ugly. So, you know, she's always been quite beautiful. So, I mean, I was kind of like, wow, you're just even more beautiful. Obviously, it's a huge moment in the film, and it is a big transformation. But for me, I'm kind of like, well, I've seen you at premieres. So, it's great.
Of course, Harry knows exactly who he wants to go with.
He falls completely in love with this person. He's not even a crush. He loves her.
Katie is, in part, Cho Chang. You just feel it. You can understand why Harry would be smitten with her. Katie is just adorable.
He asks her to the ball. And he does it incredibly without any kind of tact. He kind of shouts it at her.
Cho?
Yes?
I just wondered if maybe you want to go to the ball with me.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
You know, I feel really sorry for him because I know how it feels to be kind of standing there and having nothing to say. And you know, because you hormones sort of drive you to extremes in those kind of particularly when it's the first girl you ever fancy or have a crush on.
Castle
through, Mr. Weasley.
Asking the girl is only step one in the gauntlet of humiliation in line for the boys.
My mum sends me my outfit for the Yule Ball, which is you got to wear like these sort of fancy dress robes, and mine is just it's horrible. It's like pink lace all over it. It's covered in like flowers and that.
To dance is to let the body breathe.
Dance lessons are an even more nerve-wracking experience.
Dancing was hysterical, absolutely hysterical. I loved them.
It's good fun to do. I enjoyed learning to waltz, which I've never done before.
This is a really sort of new thing to me. I never really sort of, especially that sort of dancing.
We had Wayne, the choreographer, and his lovely assistants. They were absolutely marvellous, and they'd teach these kids to dance, some of whom could, and some of whom, by God, could not.
Place your right hand on my waist.
Where?
My waist.
We were having a dance lesson, and Professor McGonagall asked me up to help her show everyone how to dance.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. I had to try to teach Rupert, Ron Weasley, to dance the other day. That was pretty strenuous.
We had to waltz around in front of everyone. It was a bit embarrassing.
For Harry, the pressure is worse still because the ball begins with the ceremonial dance.
It's traditional that the 3 champions, well, in this case 4, are the first to dance. Surely I told you that?
No.
Oh, well, now you know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I knew I was going to have to dance in front of everyone else. It was so terrifying. You trust me, don't you? Wait, Ben.
You can see dear old Dan, who works his ass off at absolutely everything, and at the minute, at any rate, God did not necessarily mean him to be a ballroom dancer, and it's just very funny, because of course that's the character's dilemma.
I would have liked to be very impressive. In my mind, I could see myself, everyone going, oh, he's such a good dancer. Wow. And it didn't happen.
I think what Mike wanted was that he didn't actually want us to know very well. He wanted it to be just really truthful. He didn't want us to all get up and do it perfectly. He actually wanted the camera to pick up and the fact that none of us had a clue what we were doing.
Director Mike Newell challenged the production designers to transform the Great Hall into an unforgettable setting for the Yule Ball.
I knew that what had to happen is that something had to change completely, but I had no idea what to do. And then Stuart simply came to me one day and said, I think we should have an ice cave.
Stuart Craig made the whole Great Hall silver, covered in silver and ice.
The fire burned ice, the lamps burned with icy flames, and the whole thing, of course, looked like it had been created by Swarovski crystal.
With these exquisite designs, the stage is set for a stunning transformation. Even Hagrid is bitten by love.
One of the visiting school's headmistress, Madame Maxine, who is 10 foot tall. Now, Hagrid is 8'6", and of course, they just da-da-da-da-da. The dancing that I do with Madame Maxine, it was done very, very cleverly in a way that I cannot possibly reveal. But the fact that I'm not Nureyev will not be apparent to the naked eye.
May I have your arm?
Leg? Yours.
With Harry's teen years come not just a mystification with the opposite sex, but also a new awareness. A sudden insight that adults don't have all the answers, and that your closest friends can be your most heartfelt rivals.
I didn't put my name in that cup. I don't want eternal glory. I just want to be... He is becoming a teenager, and so I think he is more angry in this one because he won't settle for no as being an answer.
Even Harry's closest friendship is rattled by teenage angst.
Hagrid's looking for you.
Well, you can tell Ronald...
I'm not an owl!
I wouldn't say he treats the people around him badly. He treats them as anyone under incredible stress would treat them. He just kind of lashes out from time to time. Oh, finally caught on, have you? It took you long enough.
Hermione spends most of this film worrying about those two and just being the kind of girl in between going, oh, please don't fight. Just make up. Let's be mature about this.
Look, Harry, we can do this. The 3 of us can figure it out.
But nothing prepares Harry for his new teenage insight into the limitations of his greatest protectors.
I'm afraid
There are no easy answers, Harry.
Dumbledore says, look, I don't know where this come from, I'm very sorry. And Harry kind of doesn't accept it.
Harry's seen me for the first time as a man who isn't perfect, who doesn't know everything, who isn't the big wizard. That must be quite a shock for him, I suppose.
Harry has to come to accept the fallibility of adults and ultimately realize that he is the one who has to know, and he has to trust his ability to know what is right and what is wrong.
Presumably Potter is well prepared by now and could do with a good night's sleep. Go.
Coming up, Harry's worst nightmare comes to life. And still to come, an exclusive clip from the new movie when Inside Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire returns.